Hey, welcome to Guitar Education. Today we're going to be working on bar chords. So now bar is just taking your finger and wrapping it around the entire fretboard, like this. That's all it is. What then it also does after that is incorporate the other fingers in order to make pleasing sounding chords instead of like this kind of. So one of the first ones that people learn, the first one I learned, was F, because F has this weird shape, so you don't really learn in the beginning when you're learning these open chords. But it is a bar chord, and you play all the way up at the first fret, and you bar the whole first fret. And you take your second finger, and you put in the second fret of the G string, which is the 1, 2, 3 from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, right? Then you take your pinky, and you put it on the third fret of the D string, which is the next string up from that one. Then you take your ring finger, third finger, you put it on the third fret of the A string, which is second from the top, and now you're pushing down on all of these. And then you just let it rip. There we have a bar chord. Now what's really cool about learning this chord is that unlike the other chords where you have to learn all these different positions and shapes, once you know this chord, and once you can play it, it moves up and down the fretboard. So now you have an arsenal of weapons you can use just with this one shape of your hand. You can do a lot of different things now. Now you can play all over the place. You can play all kinds of chords you couldn't play before, like B. What happened to that B? We learned C, we learned A, B. Here it is. Oh. Or what about these weird sounding, with these weird names like, G sharp. Never learned that one. But now it's all here. So, one thing to do when you're first doing it, probably going to sound something like this. Gee, that doesn't sound too good. Well, you do have to develop this muscle here in between your thumb and finger. And I guess it would be like the thumb muscle. And it does develop more as you play this chord, because you're going to be doing a lot of. And that really works that muscle out a lot. So, get used to it. Use that thumb back there to help push down. Alright, makes it a lot easier. And it actually makes you better at thumb wrestling. Don't tell anyone. It's our secret. So, we have this shape here. And it sounds like this. Gee, why does it sound so bad? So you gotta look. You gotta hit each string individually. And look at which finger is doing what here. You want to make sure that your fingers are curled. That way that they're only touching the string that you're trying to push down. Alright? So then, from there, you go to look to see if it's the finger that's getting in the way or if it's something else. If it's just not pushing down on it, maybe your finger's too far away from the fret, whatever it is. And you just start working out the kinks and just holding it down. And once you got that, and it's starting to sound a little bit better, start to move a little bit. Keep going down the fretboard and back up. This gets a little bit difficult for people, but if you do it after a while, it gets real easy to do, and you'll see that your hand has developed a lot in holding and playing these chords, and even changing them. And a lot of songs use bar chords, so if you have to play it, if there's a song that you're learning and it has nothing but bar chords throughout the entirety of the song, doing this little exercise here will really help you not only be able to hold the chords down, but to be able to switch between bar chords, and it would also improve your duration. So, let me know what you think. Alright, and happy playing.